Former FBI Director James Comey, indicted on charges sought by Trump Justice Department. We will not live on our knees, and you shouldn't either. Former FBI Director James Comey said in a video statement following the indictment. A federal grand jury indicted former FBI Director James Comey September 25th on charges of lying to Congress and obstruction, allegations leveled after a years-long tumultuous relationship with President Donald Trump, who fired Comey for investigating his 2016 campaign's contact with Russia. The indictment relates to testimony by Comey on September 30th, 2020. Prosecutors claim Comey falsely said that day that he hadn't authorized someone else at the FBI to be an anonymous source in news reports regarding an FBI investigation. My heart is broken for the Department of Justice, but I have great confidence in the federal judicial system. Comey said in a video on Instagram, "I'm innocent, so let's have a trial and keep the faith my family and I have known for years." Trump celebrated the indictment on social media. Justice in America. One of the worst human beings this country has ever been exposed to is James Comey, the former corrupt head of the FBI. Trump posted on Truth Social, "He has been so bad for our country for so long and is now at the beginning of being held responsible for his crimes against our nation. Make America great again." Much of Comey's testimony on September 30th, 2020 focused on the FBI's investigation into Russian interference in the 2016 presidential election to benefit Trump. Ultimately, Special Counsel Robert Mueller concluded there wasn't sufficient evidence that the Trump campaign coordinated with Russia. We will not live on our knees. Patrick J. Fitzgerald, a former senior Justice Department official who is one of Comey's defense lawyers, said in an emailed statement to USA Today that Comey denies the charges in their entirety and the defense team looks forward to vindicating him in the courtroom. Comey struck a personal note while voicing defiance in his video statement. "My family and I have known for years that there are costs to standing up to Donald Trump, but we couldn't imagine ourselves living any other way," he said, while looking straight into a close-up camera. "We will not live on our knees, and you shouldn't either." Comey also referenced a reported statement from his daughter, Maureen Comey, after Trump fired her from the Manhattan Federal Prosecutorial Office. She has since sued the Trump administration, alleging her ousting was driven by who her father is and was illegal. "Somebody that I love dearly recently said that fear is a tool of a tyrant, and she's right, but I'm not afraid, and I hope you're not either," he said. "I hope instead you are engaged, you are paying attention, and you will vote like your beloved country depends upon it," which it does. Indictment follows Trump ousting U.S. attorney, calling for charges against Comey. The indictment came just days after Trump publicly called on Attorney General Pam Bondi to seek criminal charges against Comey and two other political antagonists, California Senator Adam Schiff and New York Attorney General Letitia James. They're all guilty as hell, but nothing is going to be done. Trump said in a September 20th Truth Social post, addressed to Pam, "We can't delay any longer. It's killing our reputation and credibility." Trump said, "They impeached me twice and indicted me 5 times. Over nothing. Justice must be served now." In recent days, the case was overseen by Trump's new chief prosecutor in the Eastern District of Virginia, Lindsay Halligan, a former real estate lawyer with no prosecutorial experience. Halligan was thrust into that role on September 20th, when Trump announced that he was tapping her to replace Eric Siebert as the top federal prosecutor in Alexandria, a Washington, D.C. suburb. Siebert, who was overseeing the Justice Department's criminal mortgage fraud investigation into James, left his post on September 19th. Siebert reportedly resigned after informing the DOJ that he had insufficient evidence to pursue charges against James, and raising concerns about the strength of the case against Comey. Trump insisted, though, in a Truth Social post that he fired Siebert because of his unusually strong support from Virginia's Democratic senators. Critics fear abuse of power in play. The indictment drew instant criticism from Democrats. Donald Trump has made clear that he intends to turn our justice system into a weapon for punishing and silencing his critics, said U.S. Senator Mark R. Warner, Democrat, Virginia, vice chairman of the Senate Select Committee on Intelligence, in a statement. Warner highlighted Siebert's ousting from his prosecutorial role after he reportedly didn't back a case against Comey. "This kind of interference is a dangerous abuse of power," Warner said. "Trump is undermining one of the most important U.S.